So welcome to this week's One Image My Edit. So I'm now going to be showing you a couple of tricks you can use in Lightroom to help color grade your images, but also to correct skies and things like that. So what I'm going to be showing you is the graduated filter. Now you've probably used this before. If you haven't, then it's a really good filter to use because it can enable you to correct skies. You can change colors in images. And there's a couple of hidden tricks that it has that you might not be aware of, which I'm going to show you. So the first thing we do then is obviously click on that filter, and then we come over to the image and we click and drag, and that will then bring up the graduated filter. Now what we can do, if we come down to the bottom where it says show selected mask overlay, if we click on that, you can see what's happening. So the effect, whatever we're going to do over here in a minute, is going to be just within these red areas here. Now we can spin this, okay? We come at different angles. We can push this up so the graduation's a little more intense. We can bring it down, and that will give you a longer graduation, as you can see there. So if I just come down and take this off, okay, you can see automatically what Lightroom is doing. For me at the minute is just pushing that exposure up. Now yours may be different because sometimes it saves a preset in it, so you just got to double click on the arrow to reset it. So the idea is that we would bring the exposure just down a little bit, and that will help you then get a nice graduation of light. Now here's where some of the hidden things are. So if you come down to the bottom where it says color, and if you click on that, what you can actually do is select a color. So you can click on, say, the red up here, and you can see there it's now adding a red to that top half. And you've got a selection of colors up here which are the most sort of commonly used colors. So you can see that like a nice yellow, and you can bring the saturation down by either moving this slider, or you can move this around. So you might have already seen that, but this is a trick now that you may have not seen. So if I move this over and bring in a just a random, this is just a random mood board that I've got here. What you can actually do within Lightroom is select any color that you want from any other picture. So this could be any picture that you have. And what you do is you come down to the color selection here, you click and you hold the left button, and then you drag out of Lightroom. But can you see this color dopper is still working? So I can go to this picture and you'll be able to see up here all the different colors. So if I want to add a blue, if I want to add a black or an orange, and it doesn't have to be this, it could be, I mean, look, I can actually select my desktop, can you see? So I can select anything up here if I wanted to. It's quite good, and this is a brilliant little trick because it means that if you've got other pictures and you really like the light and the warmth and you want to target that particular color, you can. And you can see as I move this around, it will come up on here as well. So we could say, okay, well actually we want to gather that warmth from there. So if I do that and let go, you can see there Lightroom has now cleverly selected that. So that's a neat little trick that you can do. Another thing that you can do as well is once you've made your adjustments here, okay, we can kind of say, well, yeah, that's about right. That's what we want. You can actually duplicate this. So if you come over and right click and then select duplicate, you can see that we've now got two. So we've actually, you know, we've just doubled that up. But what I'm going to do is just click and move that to the side there. Okay, so that's the two now. Now the thing is, this one is still pointing up. If I click on the show selected mask overlay, you can see it's pointing up, and the one that we just done a minute ago is pointing up as well. But if we want it to go the other way, okay, if we click and we drag, we want it down here, but can you see the center point moves? So in essence, we're missing out this section here if we do that, which is a little bit annoying. So what you can do is you can hold the option key down here on the line, and then so it's Alt or Option, okay, and then you can flip it. So can you see what that's doing? That is now splitting the image into two parts, which now means I can correct the bottom half of the image, and it's from the exact point of where the top graduated filter is. Okay, so I can move that back up there, look, and just spin that around, and then that gives me the ability to adjust the bottom part. So if I take the show selected mask overlay off, so we can see now what we're going to do. So obviously this is a darker section of the image, and we've still got the same settings from what we done on the first one. So instead of having to come back over here and correct everything, what you can do is come to the circle, hold down Alt or Option, and can you see that little line comes up with the 2 arrows? Well, if you now click left and right, you look at the sliders on the right, they move. So what that means is that we don't have to go back and individually adjust them sliders. We can just tweak this one to match the top one, or to you know, to get whatever setting we want. So we can do that and then just press done. So if we come back up to the filter, we can obviously see what we've just done a minute ago. So we click on the first one, click on the show selected mask overlay, you can see it's just the top section, and we've got exposure, highlight and shadow just been slightly adjusted there. And then if we click on the next one, you can see that that is the bottom half of the image, and we've got a different exposure, contrast and highlight setting there. And of course we can move this further down if we want to, okay, but I like to do it from the same point, because it means then I've split the image into two and I've got a little bit more control. And again, we can also come up to here and we can change the color on that, so it's not the same as this. So maybe this time I might want to go a little bit cooler, a little bit greener, or again I can think about, if I've got other pictures, then I can click on the color, click and hold, and then just go and select any other color. So let's for a laugh, let's do my desktop. So I'm going to select that, and you can see there we've got the different colors now. So if I just click on the X, you can see that that is now a different color. So if we look at the before and after, you can see there that that's really helped with the color grading there, and just splitting that out. So if you've got skies, this is a great tool. That's what it's designed for, but you can use it like I've just shown you to color grade stuff, and to you know, to really add a little bit more mood and drama to your images, and also, you know, really precisely get exactly the color that you want on your image. Okay, so I hope them 3 little tricks have helped, and I look forward to seeing your images. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.